Today we have Sonnet 116 by William Shakespeare. The sonnet is, "Let me not to the marriage of true minds." This is one of the most important of his sonnets, where there are over 150 of them. So let's read the poem. Let me not to the marriage of true minds admit impediments. Love is not love, which alters when it alteration finds, or bends with the remover to remove. So these lines, love is not love which alters when it alteration finds. These lines have become very important in English literature. These are lines which are used to represent true love, because love should not change if circumstances alter. So love does not alter when it finds alteration. Now let us see from the beginning. Let me not to the marriage of true minds admit impediments. The word impediment means hindrance or obstruction. So Shakespeare here is taking us to the passage in the Bible as well as the prayer book of Western weddings. We see the pastor, the priest, saying out loud to the congregation, "If any man may find any impediment to this couple uniting, let him now speak out or forever remain silent." So this was a practice in medieval times where it was not like today. People would not know about a marriage. So there was a custom where 3 times the wedding banns would be read. That is, would be in 3 weeks. And then on the day of the wedding, the priest would again ask this question: is there any reason why this man and woman cannot be united in holy matrimony? So here Shakespeare says, true love, when true minds have met and that love is pure and true, there will be no impediments, there will be no obstruction. The very question whether there is a hindrance, it does not need to be asked, because that love is so constant and true. Love is not love which alters when it alteration finds. Here the poet says that love does not change because circumstances change, a situation changes, or environment changes. The love should remain the same. Or bends with the remover to remove. Oh no, it is an ever fixed mark that looks on tempests and is never shaken. Now, first we see that Shakespeare has dealt with the word consistency and constancy. That is what we find here. In the beginning, the first 4 lines show us how love has to be consistent and constant. Now let us see the next lines. He says, "Oh no, it is a never fixed mark." If you were to take a map and you were to proceed to a particular spot, that spot does not change. You need to follow that very path to reach that particular place. The place never changes. So such is love. Love is an ever fixed mark on a map. So here, from consistency and constancy, we are going into guidance. Love guides, true love guides two souls together. That looks on tempests and is never shaken. So here he says that this true love may see storms, may endure tempests, but it is never shaken. It is a star to every wandering bark. The word bark is an old English word for ship. And this love is now, here we see the use of metaphor. Love is a never fixed mark. Love is a star. So it is likened to a star or a fixed mark. So metaphor is used. It is the star that is showing the path to every wandering ship. So here we see that the image of a lighthouse comes. That ever fixed mark is the lighthouse, which is showing the guiding way or path for a ship that is out in the sea in the tempest, but the light guides the ship back safely home. So here love guides two souls safely back to what is called home. It is a star to every wandering bark, whose worth unknown, though his height be taken. Love is not time's fool, though rosy lips and cheeks within his bending sickle's compass come. So now the poet says that love is likened to a star, but you can never measure the worth of the star. Likewise, you can never measure the worth of love. Love is immeasurable. So from being constant and consistent and being a guiding light, now we see that love is unconditional and immeasurable. We know how high the star is. We know it is high above in the sky, yet we cannot measure its worth. And likewise, love too cannot be measured. Now he says, love is not time's fool, though rosy lips and cheeks within his bending sickle's compass come. So now he says, love is not time's fool. What does that mean? He says that love is not at the mercy of time. True love, if it is a love that is merely an infatuation or merely a love that is a pastime, it would change when as time passes. But as far as true love is concerned, time cannot control it. So love is not time's fool. That is the expression that Shakespeare uses. And time, as it rolls on, can do nothing to this love, cannot destroy this love. Love alters not with his brief hours and weeks, but bears it out even to the edge of doom. Now here we see the idea of mortality, longevity, and impermanence, temperate state of life. All these ideas come into these two lines. He says that now, in contrast, we see that love lives long, whereas human life is short. Love alters not with a brief. Human life is brief hours, weeks, days, which are passing by so quickly, and we reach the end of our life. But love continues even unto the end. Here the word but bears it out to the edge of doom. These are the words used. So doom could signify death, and the very usage of the word edge of doom, one would say that love reaches up to death and even further, up to the edge, to that very last end, to the very culmination of the physical life, and where the soul starts, love continues. If this be error, and upon me proved, I never writ, nor no man ever loved. So these are the two very important lines of this sonnet. If this be error, and upon me proved, I never writ, nor no man ever loved. So here we see that there is almost a challenge that is put to the world, and we can also say that this is a voice of utter confidence and total belief in love. For we all know that Shakespeare has written a great many works. It was during the period that he wrote Romeo and Juliet that he has written all these sonnets too. But he says that if love, such a love, does not exist, I challenge and I say that I have never written, nor has any man loved. So this is to say that it would be a totally unbelievable statement. He is so confident. Definitely he is confident about his writing. He has written so much, and he is confident about his own love and the love of other human beings. All those stories of love, of constant love, that have kept the world what it is today. So he says that if such a true love does not exist, I challenge it and I say, in that way, I have never written. So now, some of the devices used are, a very beautiful imagery comes to mind. We see the tempest, we see the ship that is wandering off and then being guided towards the lighthouse. Then there is the words which come from the same root word, that is a polytens, that is alters, when it alteration finds, remove, remover. Then the rhyme scheme is AB, AB, CD, CD, EF, EF, and GG. So the last two lines are differing from the first three quatrains. This is written in iambic pentameter. So sonnet is a traditional poem which is written in order to mostly to show traditional romantic love. Some of the other works of Shakespeare are Macbeth, Hamlet, Cymbeline, As You Like It, and his sonnets are, many of them are written, majority of them are written to a mysterious W.H., who is identified as William Herbert, the Earl of Pembroke. Then many are also written to a mysterious, supposedly a mysterious dark lady. Now, this is one of his most important poems because it deals with true love. And thank you. So, I have a young reader here with me, Ahil. Say hi.
Hi.
And he's got a picture to show us. Let's show the picture to everyone. You know who you drew?
Yeah.
Shakespeare. So this is a picture of William Shakespeare. This is how we imagine he must have looked like, right? Sonnet 116. Let me not to the marriage of true minds by William Shakespeare. Let me not to the marriage of true minds admit impediments. Love is not love, which alters when it alteration finds, or bends with the remover to remove. Oh no, it's an ever fixed mark that looks on tempests and is never shaken. It is a star to every wandering bark, whose words unknown, although his height be taken, loves not time's fool, though rosy lips and cheeks within his bending sickle's compass come. Love alters not with his brief hours and weeks, but bears it out even to the edge of doom. If this be error, and upon me proved, I never writ, nor no man ever loved.